Thanks, how are you?
I am good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Fantastic. How's the weather there? Is it good?
It's cold, but it's bright.
Thank you so much, for jumping on this. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Before we dive in, here's how the call will go. We will start with your background and the industry trends you are seeing. Then we'll discuss your current challenges and where you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months. And finally, we'll wrap up by exploring any next step if it makes sense. The whole conversation will take between 30 to 40 minutes. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine. Where are you calling from, Zakir?
I'm in Liverpool.
Oh, you're in Liverpool. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Can you please share a bit about your role and how it fits into bigger picture at your company?
Yeah, so I am basically the sole director and founder of Greenstone Estates.
Mm-hmm.
And we started the business or I started the business in 1995.
Okay. So what does your company do? This Greenstone.
So we're a residential and commercial letting agency and sales agency in St John's Wood, London. So we're very close to the West End of London, Regent's Park, and it's a very central location. So we specialise in the sale and also the letting and management of properties.
Okay. Is it a residential or commercial or both?
Residential and commercial, and we do
Both.
touch on investment as well.
Okay. Okay. And what does a typical day look like for you?
So, obviously, as I mentioned, I am the main director here. We do have various departments. We have a lettings department, we have a sales department, we have two property managers. But I am very hands-on. I started the company on my own. I've designed all the systems, the infrastructure, and the processes, and I basically drive the business forward on a day-to-day basis.
Great. And what major shifts are you seeing in your property industry right now?
Well, the property market obviously in the UK is changing quite dramatically, especially for the lettings. The government have brought in a new law for lettings, which I'm sure you're aware, that Tenant Reform Act, which is basically turning the lettings system and industry on its head. No more Section 21 notices, no fault evictions. Agents are having to adapt to that. Traditionally, agents are, of course, used to charging renewal fees, and tenancies are for 1 year or sometimes 2 years, and then they renew and you extend and charge a renewal fee, which is a major income stream for customers. But of course, if tenancies are going to be open-ended, then that obviously will change, and that is quite dramatic.
And how has trend impacted your business or your growth strategy?
Well, we, as a managing agent, have been collecting rent for quite a few years, and taking our fee as we collect the rent. So we have always looked after our landlords for cash flow purposes. Rather than taking big fees up front at the beginning of the tenancy, we literally just do a commission that is taken as we collect rent on a monthly basis. Most agents are now moving towards that. We've been doing it for years. So now we will be offering our services to incorporate the compliance and the new laws and processes that you have to have in place to enable the landlords to be protected. And in doing that, being so involved throughout the tenancy now with right to rent checks and all the other various documents that are required, we're involved. So we will just take our commission monthly throughout the tenancy and be on hand for all the documentation that's going to be needed.
Okay, and what is working well for you right now, and what's been frustrating?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's a fairly seasonable business. It always has been. We've got the budget tomorrow. So I think a lot of buyers have been waiting for that. It's also quite close to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So being a seasonal business and having the budget quite close to each other does mean that people are waiting. A lot of people are sitting on their hands waiting to see what's going to happen tomorrow. But apart from that, it's been a fairly good year. There are a lot of selling properties, so more properties are coming to the market for sale. if you want to sell a property in this market, in this area, you've got to be very sensible with your asking price. But if you are, it will go. But the problem is less stock coming onto the market for the lettings means there's not a lot of choice for people. Tenants, I think, are finding it hard to find what they want sometimes. Also, we get a lot of tenants come to us that say they need to find something because their landlord is selling. So that in itself is creating demand as well. So yeah, it's a funny market. It's getting tough. There are lots of compliance. There's lots of work to do. You know, we've got Westminster licensing that's just been brought into place. Every property in Westminster now needs to have a license to rent. So as I said before, we've got 2 full-time administrators that are dealing purely with paperwork in the background for our lettings business.
And which metrics are you most focused on improving
What do you mean?
in your business? Any special area which you are focused to improve?
As I said, we've been here a long time. We've been here 30 years. We've got a great client base. We've got a good management portfolio. My strategy has always been just look after the clients. You know, give a good, honest service, provide a quality product, and your clients will stay with you. And that's always what we've done. So although the market is changing and things are happening, rules are coming in the whole time. We just have to adapt. Obviously, we're members of ALA, which is the Association of Residential Letting Agents in the UK. And we get lots of very, very good up-to-date information, and we just have to pass that on to our clients. We just have to go, with the flow. Things change the whole time, but that's the advantage sometimes of working with a smaller, more independent agent, is that we are adaptable, and things can change very, very quickly in our business.
And where you want to be in next 6 to 12 months from now?
Well, I think, we're always looking to increase our management portfolio. That's always been a focus for me. We, as I said, manage quite a few properties now. I think the way the market is going, the challenges that landlords are having, it's essential they have an agent working for them now. It was very easy before for a landlord to rent a property out themselves, get a tenancy agreement online, sign people up very easily, get a bit of money in advance, and it worked. Now there's obviously deposit registration, there's compliance certificates. If you don't serve things in the correct way, the tenancy agreement is basically in default. You can't serve notice. It's changing again next year in May. There's right to rent checks, there's sanction checks, there's just lots of stuff that needs to happen in the background for a tenancy to be compliant. I think just working with landlords, providing that management service, increasing our management portfolio is probably where I want to be in the next 12 months.
Okay. You mentioned that the goal for your business is to increase your management portfolio. If you had a magic wand to fix just one thing in your business that's holding you back or slowing you down, what would that one thing will be?
I think with all businesses, staff make the business. Obviously, I can input the systems and the processes, and as I said before, we've got very, very good streamlined processes here, so everything does run very smoothly. But what makes a business is its staff. I'm very fortunate to have some really good people that have been with me for many, many years. But you have to have a good element of salespeople, administrative people, and I think that the secret to success is having a really good team. So if I could wave my magic wand in any area, I think it would be to maybe expand that team, and with 100% quality staff.
That's really interesting. Do you think this is an industry wide issue or unique to your business that you need so many staff and so many compliance?
No, it's all agents in UK at the moment. I think facing the same challenges or having the same concerns or working around the same protocols. So, as I said, the law is changing. The government are imposing things and requirements on us and checks that we need to do. So naturally, you're going to require more admin staff to. It's not like the old days. We used to pull out a tenancy agreement from the bottom drawer, sign it in the office, take a month's rent, month's deposit. Tenants were in within 24 hours. Now it takes time. Tenants can't move in the next day anymore. It's not feasible. There's a week, 10 days lead time before anyone can actually move into a property because there's so many checks and inventories and documents that we need to have in place.
That was great. Thank you for sharing these insights. Once we have compiled all of our podcast conversation, I'll send you over a summary. That should be interesting.
Okay.